Hey Jen, Ghostbusting 101. You just got enrolled. Let's do it. Okay, so first things first, when you want to bust a ghost, you have to ask yourself 3 questions. Do I own this house? Am I the only one in this house? And am I secretly a medium in which ghosts are attracted to? If your answer is yes to all of these, you should probably go seek help about the medium thing. But if your answer is yes, the first 2 things, you're ready to bust some ghosts. And if you have more people in your house for the second thing, and they're on board, you can also bust ghosts. But if they're not on board, you can't do it. All the organic residences of a domain have to be on board about getting rid of the spirits. I don't know why. It's a rule. It's just the way it is. So now that you're ready to bust ghosts, you have to ask yourself, do I want to get rid of this ghost, or do I just want to get it to leave me alone? What do I want? If you just want it to leave you alone, you can do smudging, which we'll get to. But if you really want to get rid of it, you can also do smudging, but in a different kind of way. So, first things first, ghost busting. Getting rid of this ghost, this spirit, this whatever it is. Make sure it's actually a spirit. You might be like, duh, it's a spirit, but like, is it moving your stuff? Because if it's moving your stuff, it's probably a poltergeist, and it might want you dead. So trying to banish it is it's gonna piss it off, especially when you're only using you. You need a professional to get rid of a poltergeist. It's just the way it is. If it's a demon, why is there a demon attached to you? Did you use a Ouija board? Have you been participating in satanic rituals? Why do you have a demon attached to you? Figure that out. Figure out how to get rid of it. It's gonna be hard and it's gonna suck. Alright? The movies make it look like really scary, but it's probably mostly just a piss off. And you have a demon attached to you. It probably wants to eat your soul. So I mean you can let it or you can fight it. But that's a whole other story. We're talking about ghosts, so get out of here if you're trying to get rid of a demon or a poltergeist. Okay, second thing second, you can try cleansing it out. This is how you do smudging. Like when people go around with sage, there's other herbs that you can use. Sage is obviously the most popular. So you just burn it, and it clears the air. That's what it does. Spirits like to connect themselves either to houses or people or objects. So when you're smudging, I would say if it's a person or an object, I would take the little ashes and like just smudge it on the person or object. Kind of like Rafiki did in The Lion King, like Simba. Like that. If that doesn't work, or if you want to try a different method, you can try prayer, depending on what religion you are, and if you want to bother whatever you believe about your ghost problem, I mean, go for it. It works for some people. Just pray the spirits away if you want. Pro tip though, if you don't want to like, oh, I'm gonna go buy sage and smudge it, what I would do and what I usually do is I will brew black tea in a mug and then just lay it out for a ghost to, I don't know, look at. I don't know what ghosts do with it, but I guess it makes them feel better. I don't know. I like tea, ghosts like tea. We're friends. So take black tea, brew it, leave it out. It appeases the ghosts in the house. They might leave you alone. They might thank you. I don't know. I've always been left alone after that. And the thing is, in St. John's, you have ample ghosts in tea. You're never not gonna have ghosts in tea. So there you go. Surefire method. You can also try casting a circle, but I don't know much about that, and I probably wouldn't do it if you're inexperienced with that kind of business. I can't tell you how to do it. Ask someone else. If these don't work, you move on to actually communicating with the ghost, and it's really important that you make sure that it's not a demon or a poltergeist. So you try to communicate with it. You're acknowledging its existence, and it has a one-up on you. Now, like in every horror movie ever, don't yell at it. Then you're letting it know it's doing its job. So anyway, communicating. So you can communicate with the spirits in your house by just politely asking them to leave. You might want to do your own little ritual if you feel like it. Like after smudging, maybe politely say, like, make up a phrase. It's probably the best way to do it. Like, please leave this house. It is not yours. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. I don't know. Whatever you want to say to it. If asking the ghost nicely doesn't work, you have to be more forceful, but always remember to remain polite with spirits because you don't want to make them angry. You don't want to do it. That's the exact opposite of what we're trying to do here. We're trying to make ghosts nicer, so they'll leave. So be more forceful, more like, leave this house. You don't belong here. Maybe put some well wishes in, like, we hope you go to the next life easily and party with some cool dead people like yourself, because you're so great, ghost. Like that. You can do the forcing you might want to do the forcing in combo with smudging. This is usually what they do in the movies when the priest will take the incense and be like, leave this house in the name of Christ or whatever. So you're mixing like smudging, prayer, and forcible language all together. So you've got those three forces going, which usually works. And you also have a priest, so that works too, which is the next step. That's for banishing. See, and the problem with movies is that it's usually a demon or a poltergeist, and banishing does not work on those in this kind of way. You have to get more force with it, because it's a demon or a poltergeist. It wasn't ever human. You know what I'm saying? Like, spirits and ghosts once had an organic presence on the earth. Poltergeists and demons are something that we don't even know. We don't know. We don't ask questions. We just don't know. It's a mystery. So using these methods probably won't work with them. You have to, I don't know what you have to do. I'm not an expert on that. I'm only just mildly educated on how to deal with spirits in your house. So if you're smudging a forcible language does not work on this ghost, you probably got something else, or you've got a very, very, very stubborn ghost. Like, get out of here, Grandpa. He's like, no. Then you need to call a priest, and the priest will be like, Grandpa, listen, you need to leave. And Grandpa might be like, okay. And if he's not like okay at the priest, he's probably there to stay. It's either he's there to stay or the demon or a poltergeist, and you have to deal with that in two different ways. If he's here to stay, I don't know, move, leave. He's obviously a very strong spirit. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe ask a medium from the beginning. And that's it. Any of these steps will probably get a ghost out of your house, or get a ghost to leave you alone. It might not leave your house, but it won't bother you anymore. For example, the ghost in my student house, which I have no right to try to get rid of, because I don't actually live here. It's not my house. And it's, from what I can tell, it's probably connected to a student. So what I did is I did a tea thing. There's the mug, actually, my Halloween mug. I hope that comes up, or else it'll look really dumb. Yeah, and I haven't really seen the ghost either. Another trick that I like to use is I slept with my TV on for a bit before I really figured out what this entity was, because the waves and the electricity from the TV messes with the waves and the electricity from the spirit, whatever it is. It won't get rid of a demon or a poltergeist, but it'll mess with the spirit, and the spirit won't be able to really deal around it. But other than that, that's how you bust ghosts, I guess. You're not really busting them, you're just kind of you're playing Jennifer Love Hewitt and Ghost Whisperer without actually seeing them, or any kind of plot. Not that there was anyway. Oh shit! I didn't mean that, that was an alright show. So I will see you next Sunday, and hopefully you'll be able to bring more talent, because you did so good at that recital, and I'm so excited. You were so good. I wish I could have been there to hear it live. Ah! We should start a band. We should really start a band. I don't know any instruments though. I'll manage. I'll manage you. You'll be the next Taylor Swift. It'll be Taylor Swift managing Taylor Swift. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Okay, so before I start babbling, and angered some ghosts. I will see you later. Goodbye. See you Sunday. Goodbye. See you Sunday. How do I... Goodbye.